boys and girls, just as an introductory to my clock making, I wanted a circular rim for the clock. Now to do make a circular rim, I'd use my router trimmer circle cutter. Now what I would normally do is, let's just say I need a 330mm diameter. What I would normally do is write down 330 divided by 2, and then I'd get out my calculator and take the number 165 and mark that on this piece of wood. Just a scrap piece of wood, any scrap piece of wood. Mark this across, like that. Pardon me. I then get my trimmer, hang on, I'll get rid of the dust hose for the time being. Put it down there and sort of like line up the ducts and all that. And as you can see, it's, look, I'll just go this way. I'll do it roughly to start off with anyway. Come on. Where's my, here we are. Look, I try not to spend too much time on this. Right, here I am wasting time again. And get the rough distance. Oh look, I could have done it another way, but this way I've got a reference point on here. Then I'll attach my router. Look, I'll actually only set the depth to a couple of mil. I won't do much work, or it doesn't take much dust, dirt, and if I forget to connect my dusty, which I shouldn't, I wouldn't make too much mess. Anyway, put it there, roughly, put in the dust extraction, turn on the dust extraction, turn on the router, notice absolutely no dust. Brilliant. Anyway, then I'd measure that. I wanted the outside, and I've actually got 168. Then what I would do is move this pin along and eventually hone in on it, but I keep practicing on these scraps of paper on that side if I have to, till I got the radius exactly right. Only because, you know, when you loosen this pin up, it might move a half a mil further than you want, and you've got to move it back, etc., etc. Anyway, I've come up with a better way. Look, I'll actually play it safe and remove the battery, because I've been renowned to accidentally turn it on when I didn't want it. Take the dusty out, the hose out, and let's lower the thing by about 5 mil. That'll do. Now, what I then do is flip this over. God, I hope you can see all this. As I said, I don't know. Oh, no, you can't. Now, for this particular clock face, I need three different diameters cut. And rather than muck around with this method, what I've done is I've come up with these 3 templates, which I've measured using CorelDraw. Hang on, let's just make sure you've got it in focus. Measured with CorelDraw. There's a 5mm hole here that fits onto that plug, a 1/4" hole there that fits over the round a bit, and I've just engraved on there the size of it so I know which one I'm working on. Now the first hole I'm going to do is the 300 diameter circle, that makes it a 16 diameter, 16 mil, 160 mil diameter radius. Now that is actually to the, I've got to get this right, the inside diameter of the circle. Now, so the way you use this, put that onto the router bed, undo this plug, move this along up the right way, hang on, put that on there, line up this dowel and then tighten it up. Now theoretically that should be our 300 mil diameter, or should give us our 300 diameter without stuffing around. Now I'll try this on this other, that piece I've already done. Now theoretically I've got, I think the one I've got here is close to 330 mil. Hang on, well it's a bit more than 330 I think, because it's 267. So anyway, if I run this along it, you'll get an idea of what I do, and this way I can make sure I'm getting the right measurements. Alright, that goes down there. Dusty in. Oops. Battery on. Dust extraction on. As you can see, or maybe you can't, I'll see, the extraction is quite good because it sucked up the rubber matting into the unit. Now, there you are, you can see that. I wanted to have a 15 mil, where is it? God, 15 mil lip on this. So hopefully I've got something like that. But because I had 167 3 mil over, I've actually got an 18 mil lip. Nevertheless, the outside diameter of that, to the circle is 150 mil, which I'm pretty happy about. So that's it. What I'm going to try and do now is cut out the 3 circles on a trial piece of MDF to make sure I've got everything right. Now, where the hell is my MDF? As you can see, I'm organised as ever, so I shall probably turn the camera off and get the MDF. Okay, here I am again, drilled my hole, as you can see there. This is going to go on. I'm going to do my, 300 mil circle. Now let's see how this lines up. Hang on, I might zoom the camera out a bit, which will give you a better view of how this bloody thing operates. And just notice there's a bit of dust there, but that was when I forgot to switch hoses. So I shall turn this on. Oh, hang on, dusty on. Oops, dusty on, come on. This on. Dusty off. I think, I'm hoping my battery's gone, otherwise I might need a new router, because that seemed to be labouring. Yeah, the battery's still usable, so let's try. Yeah. Yeah, looks like it's cut that circle okay. Now this is going to be hopefully, hang on, a lip that this Perspex cover will sit on, and I won't know how well it fits until I actually cut out the centre. But anyway, we shall see what we shall see. Put this aside. Oh, by the way, for all it's worth, that was cut out on the laser as well. Look at the perfect edges, and yeah, it's very impressive. Okay. Now I shall try and, oh hang on, let's remove battery. I'll now set this up for the 330 thing, which basically means I'm going to now cut the outside diameter of this circle. Now this is designed, this template is designed that the router is going to go on the outside diameter, and well, we shall see how well it works. I shall set it up. I'm not going to bore you shitless trying to cut it, because A, it makes noise. I'm also going to put some earmuffs on because that's bloody loud, and I'll probably have to do a couple of passes with this, so I'll get back to you later with that. Hey guys, just a quick demo. I forgot to turn the Dusty on for a couple of degrees of revolution, and look at the mess. I shall now put it back, turn the Dusty on, and you'll see it should clean up all that crap. Goes in there, Dusty on. Router on. There you are, you should be able to see there, bugger all dust. Come back soon. Okay, here we are back at the thing, finished. At least the outside circle has been removed, or at least taken off. Now that would next go to the disc sander to cut that off. Now what I need to do, as I said, this is supposed to give me about a 15mm lip. I'm not sure how good my measurements are, but that's why this is a trial run. Damn, 15.0275mm. Pretty close enough anyway. Now what I will do is use the 295mm drill bit, because that is the radius or the diameter of the girly clock. Now again, for all you politically correct people that might get offended by this, all I can say is that women outnumber men just a fraction over 50%. However, with the latest, how could I say it, presentation we've had with the latest gay activist movement, of which a high percentage were female. I'm sure that a lot of females or women would find these girls quite as find them attractive to drag the less than 50% male quota over the 50% mark. So politically I think I'm within bounds. Anyway, we're not here to debate that. Now pretend it's a picture of your dog or cat or God knows what. Alright, I'm going to set it up with the, good God, where did I put it? The 295mm, round out the middle of it. Hope I don't stuff it up, and then I'll get back to you with the result. Another dead battery. You can see, the only thing you have to remember is that you turn the router off, so when you put the new battery in, it doesn't suddenly come to life on you. New battery going in. Another good thing to do is not wear earmuffs when you've got your Dusty running, because you don't know what the hell you're saying. Anyway, Dusty on, camera off, back to work. Dusty off. Now boys and girls, a big gross stuff up. That last video, or the last piece just before this little piece, was when I wanted to record and turn the camera on. However, what I did was I actually turned the camera off for the last piece, and I missed this segment, which was going to be the be-all or end-all of it all. Anyway, I finished up with a circle, and it's been tidied up now, so you're not going to see all of it. However, what I did was, this was furry, I ran around the inside with just some sandpaper, virtually like I'm doing now, no more, no less, nothing more. Then I tried this circle bit to see if it fit. It was a perfect, look at that. It actually fit like a glove, or even better than a glove. Then, with that being good, I ran around the rim with the same bit of sandpaper. As you can see, I'm taking off a bit more now. I didn't really go full hog, but hopefully there won't be any of this fluff when I make it out of solid timber. As I say, I'm doing more of it now than I did before because I just didn't have to worry about it. Now this little rim is designed, okay, so hang on, I'll get rid of this. God, there's more fluff there still. That sits on there and it's a nice friction fit. You'll notice that I buggered this one up because initially I made this template 300mm, which is the capacity of my laser, so I lost a bit of it. I've since resized it to 295, but even then, because I resized it to 295, I didn't make allowances, so I screwed this up. But anyway, this is a waste. That's why you see all these naked ladies. They haven't got any wood filler in them. Anyway, the whole idea of that lip was to house this Perspex cover. And I was very impressed on how it fit on. A couple of dabs of super glue should hold it there, so I'm not going to worry about a rim. Now at the moment the Perspex is about a mil, or not even that, 3/4 of a mil higher than the rest of it, but however that's only because I didn't go deep enough with my router. Having said that, look, it's turned out better than I expected. Well, no, it didn't, because I expected this, but I just surprised myself of how well it turned out so easily. There you go, that's a better way of saying it. And that's it. So what I hope to do is hopefully make it out of thicker MDF. I might have to make 2 of these rings, one without the lip, just this outside perimeter, to bulk out the room required for the clock mechanism. Rephrase that, the mechanism's at the back, the clock hands. Anyway, I don't know whether I'll show you any of the making of the rim, or the clock rim, out of solid wood, because hell, it's no different to this, except that MDF is more messy, more of a health hazard, but it doesn't chip out as much, and it hasn't got cranky grain that the router will tend to follow. But nevertheless, pine being relatively softwood, not relatively, it is bloody softwood, it'll go through it much easier, and with a bit of luck I'll actually have a finished clock to show rather than scrappy little MDF. Anyway, boys and girls, catch you for this segment and see what happens in in the next couple of minutes of whatever I'm about to record, because I haven't recorded, so I've got no idea what I'm going to record. Alright. For the pine unit that I've just decided to build, I've actually cut out 2 circles, laminated them cross grain, and used a scraper to scrape off the excess squeeze out, ready for sanding. The next step is to trim up or sand down the edges of these laminated discs. I'm going to use a lathe. What I'll do is I'll start up the lathe, turn on my dusty, record about a few seconds and then stop it, because shit, it's not going to be much fun just watching me sand. Advance the table a little bit and then off you go. Advance it a bit more. Oh, by the way, you advance it by that knob there, and off you go. I shall come back when this is done. Well, here you are, boys and girls. I'm quite happy with that. That's smooth as a baby's bum. There are a couple of little chip out, but that's from the router. Maybe I should have used a sharper router. What I'll probably do now is round over the edge and then cut out the centre, and that should just about be it. I'll give it a quick sand beforehand on the top, because that'll at least sand out the rim, and we'll see what happens after that. Oh, where's that button? Boys and girls, Alex back again. Look, I deserve a thorough whipping because I've totally forgotten about making a video. As you can see, or continuing the video, as you can see, I've actually finished the circular frame for it. However, having said that, all that required was cutting the inside circle out, which was no different to the MDF, running the outside around a round over bit on the router table, and you know, there's nothing magical about that, and I'm sure you will all appreciate not having to sit through watching me put on 3 coats of wipe on poly with a brush and waiting for it to dry. It has been probably nearly a month since I started the video, and we are here now, and thank God you didn't have to just sit there back there and wait because of the magic of cameras. It's suddenly, ooh, a month away or whatever. So anyway, what I've done is I've actually cut out a piece of Perspex on the laser, super glued it to that in a couple of spots, and left it at that. I've made the clock, hang on, I'll put this upside down. I've actually made the clock, that's just so I don't have to bloody well clean the Perspex later on from the dust, which was typically my design of this. Put these little attachment units on so I can then attach it to the back. Made a packer for something to hang it on, and there's the clock assembly. Look, I'll just put it together and give you a lowdown. If anybody wants to be bored shitless watching how a clock assembly is fitted, I'll do it after this. But anyway, this now fits in there like that. I had to make sure, build this out, just to, I'll show you later on, just to make sure that there's enough clearance between the hands of the clock and the faceplate. Anyway, let's get the right thing on. Held together with just basically 3 screws. Yeah, this length follow-up video is just to make up for the time I've been neglecting you guys, showing you the other processes. What a load of crap. Load of crap. Anyway, here we are. Flip it over. And it's running. Now, this says it's 5:55. And holy shit, it's 5:55. So, it's been running fairly accurately for about nearly that month because the clock assembly has been done like that. Now, can you see it? You can, but look, I'll give you a better view. How about that? And let's see how this goes. There you are. God, this is hard with a single-handed operation. There you are. And that's it. Nothing major. So I'll now just set up and just show you how the clock assembly is assembled to another faceplate that I've made. Catch you soon.